This is Land of Havilah, Job 28. Job goes on now. In this chapter, he'll take up a discourse on the subject of wisdom. Verse 1. Surely there is a mine for silver, and a place for gold which they refine. Iron is taken out of the earth, and copper is smelted out of the ore. Man sets an end to darkness, and searches out to the furthest bound the stones of obscurity and of thick darkness. He breaks open a shaft away from where people live. They are forgotten by the foot. They hang far from men. They swing back and forth. Comment: Job says men go to great lengths to do mining. They search for silver and gold. They open up shafts in the earth. In so doing, they introduce light into places that beforehand were completely dark and unknown. They hang far from men and swing back and forth, meaning men leave civilization to go to these remote places to swing their pickaxes and other tools back and forth, digging in the earth. As a result of these extreme efforts, verse 5, as for the earth, out of it comes bread. Underneath it is turned up as it were by fire. Sapphires come from its rocks. It has dust of gold. Comment: out of the earth comes bread, meaning something of value will come out of the earth that will support those men who went out to do the mining, such as maybe sapphires or gold. Verse 7. That path no bird of prey knows, neither has the falcon's eye seen it. The proud animals have not trodden it, nor has the fierce lion passed by there. Comment: the miners uncovered places that were invisible even to the birds of the sky and unknown by every wild animal of the earth. Speaking of the miners, verse 9, he puts his hand on the flinty rock, and he overturns the mountains by the roots. He cuts out channels among the rocks. His eye sees every precious thing. He binds the streams that they don't trickle. The thing that is hidden he brings out to light. Comment: miners go to extreme lengths to uncover their treasures. They cut through mountains of flint, which is very hard rock. They move earth to divert streams, all to bring to light what was hidden. But even more difficult than that, verse 12. But where shall wisdom be found? Where is the place of understanding? Man doesn't know its price, neither is it found in the land of the living. The deep says, it isn't in me. The sea says, it isn't with me. It can't be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for its price. It can't be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx or the sapphire. Gold and glass can't equal it, neither shall it be exchanged for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of crystal. Yes, the price of wisdom is above rubies. The topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Comment: the value of wisdom is beyond any material treasure that can be mined from the earth. Verse 20. Where then does wisdom come from? Where is the place of understanding, seeing it is hidden from the eyes of all living and kept close from the birds of the sky? Destruction and death say, we've heard a rumor of it with our ears. Comment: death and destruction are places of the dead. If men could contact those inaccessible places, death and destruction would tell them, we've heard a rumor there is such a thing as wisdom, but we haven't found it. Coming up, speaking of wisdom, verse 23, God understands its way, and he knows its place. For he looks to the ends of the earth and sees under the whole sky. He establishes the force of the wind. Yes, he measures out the waters by measure. When he made a decree for the rain and a way for the lightning of the thunder, then he saw it and declared it. He established it, yes, and stretched it out. To man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. To depart from evil is understanding. Comment: wisdom is from God, Job says, and it's readily accessible, the Bible says. Quote, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, James 1:5. In contrast to silver and gold, buried in distant mountains, wisdom shouts in the streets for anyone who will listen, Proverbs 1:20. Verse 28 we just read is the last verse of the chapter that Job was leading up to the whole time. The whole chapter exists for the sake of that one verse, which is, quote, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. To depart from evil is understanding. Job 29 is next.